Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are diving into a complete 1-hour lesson plan designed to teach AI literacy to kids around 10 to 12 years old. We're going to cover the whole shebang. A great hook to get them interested, the core lesson tasks, and some really creative ways to see what they've learned. So let's jump right in. The best way to start any of this is to connect it to the world they already know, right? Take YouTube. For so many kids, it's this thing they use every day that just somehow knows exactly what they'll want to watch next. That's our way in. And it's not just YouTube. Think about TikTok. It has this almost magical ability to build a For You page that feels like it read your mind. It knows what will make you laugh, it knows what you're into, and then you have apps that can actually change your face in real time. They can stick a silly hat on your head that follows you perfectly. Now, for a kid, that's just fun and games. But for us, as educators, that's the perfect moment to ask, hey, how does it actually do that? So that's the big question we want to plant in their minds. What's the hidden brain powering all of these apps? The answer, of course, is artificial intelligence, and the whole goal of this lesson is to pull back the curtain and demystify that brain for them. So here's how we're going to break this down, and it's basically the structure of the lesson itself. We'll start with a quick 10-minute hook called the AI Detective. Then we'll get into decoding the AI brain. After that, we'll focus on building critical thinkers, and finally, we'll wrap up with some fun ways to check for understanding. Okay, let's get into the first part of the lesson. This is that entry activity, and it's designed to grab their attention from the get-go. What's awesome is that it's an unplugged activity. Yep, no screens required. That helps reveal the AI that's already a huge part of their lives. Now, the beauty of this activity is just how simple it is. It's a quick 3-step survey. The kids draw a table, you read 5 little detective clues, and then you have a chat about it. The goal here isn't a test. It's about making that invisible AI that's right there in their pockets suddenly become visible. And this is where it all clicks. This is the detective's clue sheet. You give them a fun clue like the mind reader, which is really just predictive text, and they start shouting out the apps they use that do that. You're basically creating a map from their everyday world directly to the actual AI tech behind it, like computer vision or recommendation algorithms. Okay, let's move on. So now that students see that AI isn't some sci-fi thing, it's in their favorite apps, it's time for the main event, actually decoding what that AI brain is. We're going to go from the big ideas to some of the specific tools. A fantastic way to structure this is around what you can call the 3 pillars of AI literacy. First is the how, just knowing that AI is all about data and patterns. Second is the wait a minute pillar. That's the critical thinking piece. And third is the handshake, learning when to work with AI and when to trust your own brain. To explain the how, you need a really simple analogy. Think of the term artificial intelligence, or AI, like the word sports. It's not one thing. It's a huge, broad category for any machine that can do something that seems smart, whether that's recognizing a face or suggesting a song. It's just the big umbrella. So if AI is sports, then something like a large language model, an LLM, is like a specific sport, say basketball. It's a specialized type of AI that's an expert at just one thing, language. You can pretty much think of it as a superpowered autocomplete that's always just predicting the next word. Now for the next big task. And this part is absolutely crucial. We have to move beyond just explaining what AI is and get into what it's good at, and maybe more importantly, what it's not so good at. This is all about building those critical thinking muscles. A fantastic resource here is the AI versus Human Sorting Challenge. It's another hands-on activity where you give students different tasks, like spotting a cat in 10,000 photos, and they have to decide, is this a job for AI, a human, or a team? It really drives home the idea that AI is a tool, not a replacement for us. And this is the perfect lead-in to the idea of AI hallucinations. This quote explains it perfectly for this age group. AI is like a super confident toddler. If it doesn't know the answer, it might just make up a very believable lie. The lesson here is huge. You never, ever just copy and paste. You always have to fact check. To get at another critical thinking piece, bias, you can pose this really simple but powerful question. It instantly helps students get it. And AI can only learn from the data we give it. Its answers are just a reflection of that data. If it only ever sees one thing, well, that's all it knows how to create. All right, so we've hooked them, we've taught them the core concepts. Now for the last piece of the puzzle, the assessment. let's look at some resources that are actually creative and fun and feel way more like a game than a pop quiz. We can build our assessment around 3 really distinct hands-on tasks. Each one tests a different piece of what they've learned. We've got the AI Talent Scout, the Hallucination Hunter, and something called the Black Box Drawing.
So first up is the AI Talent Scout. This task is all about checking if they understand collaboration. Students basically become consultants. They get a client with a problem, like finding one star in millions of photos, and they have to recommend the right talent for the job: AI, a human, or a team. The real assessment is hearing them explain why.
Next is the Hallucination Hunter. This one is a direct test of their critical thinking skills. You give them a short, AI-generated paragraph about some made-up animal, and you hide a confident-sounding lie in there, like saying a mammal has wings. Their job is to find the lie, which proves they know not to trust AI blindly. And finally, the black box drawing. This is such a cool visual way to see if their understanding has really changed. You just ask them to draw what they think is happening inside the phone when AI is working. A drawing of a little magic wizard means they're not quite there yet, but a drawing of a data filter or a pattern matcher, that shows they've shifted from seeing magic to understanding the machine. So, this all brings us to the most important question, not just for our students, but for us too. Are we just teaching kids how to use AI, or are we teaching them how to challenge it? Because at the end of the day, the goal of a lesson like this isn't just to make kids good at prompting. It's to raise a generation of critical, creative, and ethical thinkers who truly understand the powerful tools that are shaping their world.